All right, it says we're live. It says we're live. Let's check if we're live. Okay. We are live on TikTok. Let's check LinkedIn. See if we're live there. We are about to be good. We're live on LinkedIn. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Hold on, let me double check YouTube, make sure. Technical difficulties. I'm the one running everything, so let me double check. All right, we good. Look like we all good to go. So happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to the YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok live, where today we are talking about mental health hacks for busy professionals. This live is brought to you by Stress Health Co., aka my company, Stress Health Co., the premier integrative mental health company dedicated to corporate mental wellness. So if you need trainings, if you need workshops, if you need retreats, even if you want customized courses for your employees, you definitely want to jump in and check us out at stresshealthco.com. But how y'all doing today? Let's go ahead and tap into it. So first of all, whether you're tapping in for the first time, whether you're tapping in live or you are tapping in on the replay, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, welcome. We're just talking about mental wellness because here's the thing about mental wellness. It's a very overlooked aspect of health. And as a mental health therapist, that's very worrisome for me because as professionals, especially if you are in a high performing professional, if you're in education, if you're in finance, if you're in healthcare, if you are a legal services provider, like you're a lawyer, attorney, all that good stuff, your mental health is like very important. And a lot of people think they can just go and grind and put the pedal to the metal. And they don't think that they need to have a routine for their mental well-being. Just like you need to go to the gym regularly. You need to go to the gym. Like some people say 3-4 times a week, 5 times a week. Some people say once every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people neglect the mental health well-being. And so for busy professionals, especially those of us who are like in like sales driven or like quarterly holiday, like our jobs are centered around the holiday season. This Q4, this pre-holiday October season is like a period of we're ramping up. This is a period of where we're getting things together for the busy riptide that's about to come through, right? And so a lot of people neglect and be like, okay, I gotta work, I gotta grind. But they don't think, oh, I need to do something for my own mental well being. And I know, of course, we can, of course, go to therapy. As a therapist, I definitely am an advocate for therapy, but not everything starts with therapy. Some of our mental wellness starts with day to day activities that we can do in the middle of our lunch break, that we can do in the morning, that we can do in the evening, that we can do. And so I know that when you're a hardworking, busy professional in a high stress field, like the ones we just mentioned, it can be hard to prioritize your mental health. So that's why this particular live, we are talking about just some hacks that you can do to help improve the overall so you don't break down from overwhelm. Or by the time we get to Thanksgiving, you're not like, oh, I'm so exhausted. I can't even be there for my family. Oh, I'm so exhausted. I can't even tap in and really enjoy my time off because I'm just so exhausted because I was going so hard. Right? That's what we don't want. We want to be present. We want to be mentally there for our family, for our children, for our spouses. And we don't want to give it all to work. We don't want to give 100% to work and give our family zero. Right? And so let's get into these hacks. Okay, so I'm excited for this. So let's go ahead and jump in. So the first mental health tack, the first mental health hack that you can implement is to hurry up and slow down. Y'all looking at me crazy. I already know it. All right. So here's what I mean by hurry up and slow down. We often wake up on go mode. We often wake up, opening our phone, checking our emails, checking our notifications, checking to see what we missed, checking, immediately jumping into go mode. And so hurry up and slow down means that I want you to start your day slowly and relaxed. The reason you want to start your day slow and relaxed because when we check our phone for emails, when we check our phone for notification, we're trying to spike our cortisol levels. And if you know anything about stress and you know anything about cortisol, we want that to be regulated. We don't want cortisol just automatically pumping at the start of our day and stressing us out, depending on the contents of what you see in your phone, right? Or whether it's discouragement or whether it's encouragement. You know what I'm saying? I want you to take control of your morning by not looking at your phone. And even if you do slip up, you got to you got to turn your alarm off and then you just look at notifications. Like, learn how to just backtrack and say, okay, let me just stop. Let me regulate myself with a slow routine. So how do I hurry up and slow down? Something that you can do instead of, or once you're finished looking at your phone, is that you can start your day off with a morning flow, whether that is your stretching. Like, personally, I like to stretch, one, because I'm in my 30s. I'm trying to be strong, and I'm young right now. I'm strong, I'm young right now, but I'm trying to be strong and young when I'm in my 40s, strong and young when I'm in my 50s. So that, for me, starting off with regular stretching, making sure I can still, squat, making sure I'm in my what is it, the turtle pose, child's pose, all those fancy poses that are in the yoga. But those are very beneficial for me to make sure that I'm stretched and I'm flexible and I'm not tight. I don't have tightness in my legs or anything like that. But that is a good way for me to just wake up and be at peace. It forces me to slow down and start to regulate myself. But that's just for me. For you, it might be starting off with journaling. It might start off with prayer. It might start off with reading your Bible. It might start off with, making your now, if this ramps you up, don't do this, but making your morning coffee, making your morning smoothie, making your morning, food, and getting things together, but do it slowly. You're not, the point is to not do it in a rush. So this might mean that you might need to wake up a little bit earlier. This might mean you need to wake up maybe 15, I'm not asking for much, maybe 15, maybe 30 extra minutes earlier. And this is you time to be able to just start your day off on a peaceful, positive note. You feel me? And so that hurry up and slow down is going to be crucial because it starts your day off on a positive foundation. Then you jump into go mode. Then you jumped in, flexed, refreshed, and ready to attack the day and, get everything that you need to do for your business, for your department, for wherever your particular field is. But it just starts your day off on the right foot instead of on a rushed foot. Because if you're starting off on a rush foot, cortisol is pumping, and we all know when cortisol is pumping for too long of a time, that's never a good thing. Okay? So that's number one. So number two is I want you to work in 45-minute to an hour blocks. What you mean, Cameron? I got to work 8 hours. I got an 8-hour shift. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But the thing about working for 45 minutes to an hour is that this is going to be the most effective use for your brain. The thing about the human brain when it comes to working, when it comes to focused work. So for those of us who are, we're typing things up, we're doing things like something that requires us to lock in, your focus, your attention, you having the sharpest and greatest use of your brain is only going to be for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's just reality. This is what it is. Let me ask you a question. For those of you who are readers, those of you who enjoy reading, have you ever gotten to a point where you're reading and you just find yourself reading the same line over and over, or you're looking at a page and you're like, wait, What page? Wait, what just happened? I just missed a whole but. That is a sign that you've been locked in for your brain for too long. That's just like holding a weight in your hand for an extended period of time. Like this, I could be holding a 5 pound weight in my hand and it's not heavy. But if I'm holding that 5 pound weight for 45 minutes to an hour, that 5 pound weight is going to get pretty heavy, right? It's the same thing with our brain. And so you have to be mindful of the time that you spend, because if you're just grinding and say, okay, I'm gonna push through, I'm just gonna push through for an hour and a half, for 2 hours, for 3 hours with no rest, no relaxation, the effectiveness of your time, of the effectiveness of your work ethic, it's not gonna be where you need it to be. So taking those 45 minute to an hour blocks is going to be more effective for your productivity, more effective for your focus, and more effective for yourself. So, what do we do? Like after 45 minutes to an hour, take a brain break. Particularly, I prefer take a movement break. So, if you want to get up, walk around the office, walk outside, get some sun rays from vitamin D from the sun. If you want to do some somatic movement, if you want to do some jumping jacks, you want to do some push-ups, whatever it is that you want to do, just get up and walk around for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then head back to work. But once you hit that wall, like you're getting to find a stopping point in your work, pause it, leave, come back. That's the most effective use for your brain. I promise you, this has been studied. I want you guys to try it for yourself tomorrow. So obviously it's 5 o'clock here, Central Standard Time. It's 6 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock on the East Coast. I get the work day is over. Well, hopefully for those of y'all who hopefully it is over. But if it's over tomorrow, I want you to try this particular technique and see how effective your work is. Now, I'm not saying use your 30-minute break. Like if you only got one 30-minute break to take it early or split it up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you are locked in and you're focused, you're doing a focused work or something that requires your attention for longer than 45 minutes to an hour, find something else to do. Like get up, walk around, do something else, engage, go talk to your coworker at the water cooler or at the vending machine or whatever the case may be, and then come back and do it. So it's not your break. It's a brain break, but it's not your actual break. Please use your actual breaks for, your lunch breaks or whatever it is that you want to do, take a nap, whatever it is that you do for you. Okay? That's number 2. So our last one that we're going to talk about is a little bit of a spin on something that I hope that you're familiar with if you're in the mental health space. That is affirmation, but instead an reaction affirmation. Okay, Cameron, I'm familiar with affirmation. What do you mean by reaction affirmation? So a reaction affirmation is an affirmation that you are programming yourself to say in response or reaction to something. So I'll give you an example. A while ago, well, not a while ago, a long time ago, Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympic swimmer in U.S. history, he talked about an interview that he did about affirmation that he would do because he had some challenges that he was going on, confidence issues, anxiety, all that good stuff. He said that every time he would walk through a doorway, he would say an affirmation for himself, right? And a lot of people are like, okay, well, what is doing that gonna do? So the thing about affirmations is, well, let me say this. The thing about our brain is, even though like we have a lot going on up here, when we hear something, when we say something and then we hear it back to ourselves, for whatever reason, that sticks very hard in our brain. And so it helps to rewire, our brain, and that rewires our emotions, which rewires our behavior, our beliefs, so on and so forth. That's why the repetition of affirmations is so important. And so for Michael Phelps, obviously you can think about how many doorways that we walk through in a day. right? So you can imagine how effective that was for him, because this is something he had to say to himself over and over and over. But for you, the busy professional, the person who is going through a lot of different trials, dealing with a lot of different BSs, dealing with a lot of stumbling blocks, I want you to make a reaction affirmation that's relative to you. So if you are a sales professional and you got to make call after call after call, cold call, cold emails, all this good stuff, and you get a lot of rejections to get the yes, this might be one for you. Like, one affirmation that is good for me as a business owner is, every no is getting me closer to my yes. So let's say that I have called, let's say 30 people in a day, and out of them, none of them, want my services or are interested in, what I do. That at the end of at their every call, instead of saying, dang, it seems like nobody wants it. Dang, seems like nobody wants it. Dang, see, my energy level is gonna dip. My encouragement is gonna dip if I said that after every single phone call, right? But if I say, you know, I'm getting closer to my yes. Oh snap! I'm getting closer. Oh snap! Here we go. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to the yes. They know they need it. Uh oh. I'm making my way down the list. Somebody's on this list. Somebody wants what I got. Somebody needs the services that I provide. You get what I'm saying? And so that is something that can be very powerful for you if you use it in the right setting. So whatever it is that your industry is, whatever it is your busy industry, like we said, I highlight on these industries because these are the most stressed out industries: healthcare, education, finance, legal professionals, and mental health. Don't sleep on the mental health professionals. I just include y'all in healthcare as well. But if there's something that's happening in your industry that is tough to deal with, so let's say you had a client that didn't show up, or you had a patient die on you. Hopefully not too many of those. But or you had just something that snafu. I want you to try to create an affirmation in reaction and response to that, to help you bounce back from that. So like example, you could say something along the lines of, okay, that's okay, we're still gonna win. That's okay, we're still gonna eat. That's okay, we're still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like something simple like that, just in response to, because the things that you say out of your mouth are very powerful, not only in business, but also in your life as well. And how you respond, how you build that resiliency within you, is going to determine your emotion. It's going to your mental well-being, your flow state. It affects so much, guys. And so that reaction affirmation is going to be very, very crucial. Okay? Very simple. 3 simple tips. I'm not going to, it's something in our mind about threes. Like when we say like a phone number, we say 534-273 blase 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 blase, right? That's the number I made off the top of my head. That's not my phone number. But it's something about threes. So I'm gonna just stop it at those 3. If you want the replay, of course you can go to YouTube. I'm gonna leave it up over there, and I don't know if LinkedIn keeps it up. I know for sure TikTok does not. So sorry to everybody that's watching on TikTok. So if you want to go watch it, go right there. If you want a tool to help you with some of those hacks, you can go ahead and pre-order my latest journal, that is the Turn Your Stress Off journal. In this journal, it helps you do the things that we talk about. Because what this journal does is it's 4 weeks worth of mental health exercises that you can do on autopilot, that you don't even have to think about. So, for example, let's go ahead and turn to what's this one? Day 10. So, those of y'all see, day 10. So, we're starting off with our morning start. The morning start, the affirmation of the day is, I'm the master of my time, managing it with purpose and intention. The theme of the day is joy. List 3 things that bring me joy 3 ways that I can bring joy into my life today. And then I have a what's on your mind section. I don't think y'all can see it on camera, but a what's on your mind section. That's just in the morning. Then for the afternoon, for the midday mental health exercise, you have a journal activity. Appreciate yourself. Write down 3 or more qualities you appreciate about yourself. Name a scenario where you showed this quality. Get what I'm saying? And so in this particular journal, that is what you're getting every single day for 4 weeks. 28 days locked in just for $25. If you want to go ahead and pre-order it, you can go to stresshealth.store and go ahead and pre-order it today. I'll go ahead and put the link in the notes once I post this on YouTube for those of y'all who just want to go ahead and pre-order it. If you pre-order it before, what am I going to cut pre-orders off? I'm going to cut pre-orders off because I need to make sure I get this. I'm going to say 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Yes. I'm going to cut pre-orders off 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So that way you guys can have it before Christmas. Okay. Now, if you want to wait, we officially launch on that first Monday. So we're gonna be launching this for the first Monday of December. So if you just want to wait until it's in stock, I'm just gonna go ahead and have it in stock, and you just want to direct then. That's cool. But if you want it before then, I recommend getting your pre-orders in well before Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna cut, like I said, I'm gonna cut pre-orders off 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, so I can make sure I get this printed and shipped to your home, and we'll be good to go. But comment, guys. What did you guys think about that? Well, hold on, let me check. I'm just hitting here, yapping away, not checking no comments. Let me see. Comments. Sorry, TikTok, need to check the move a little bit. All right, we ain't got no comments. If y'all got comments, now's the time to get it. Go ahead. Matter of fact, go ahead and tap into comments. We got TikTok. How many people got in on TikTok? We got quite a few. Okay. You got any questions about it? I'm gonna stay on for maybe 2 minutes. If none comes through, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off and get to the rest of my evening. All right, so let's see, we good. Doesn't look like any's coming in. I'm gonna double check. Hold up. Check my iPad. If I'm good, I'm gonna cut it off. Think I'm good on YouTube and good on LinkedIn. Yep. All right. Those of y'all who are watching the replay, I'm going to be doing this every Monday. I'm going to try to do this consistently every Monday around 5:30, because that's when most people get off, around 5 o'clock. So we're going to do this about 5:30, do it for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then get on down. Okay. Oh, if you're not tapped into the email list, I'll put the link below in there too. Okay. Tap into the email list so you get notifications about if I do a pop-up live, or if I'm going live spontaneously. All right. Y'all have a great Monday. I'll see y'all later.